Oh, we're going? All right. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, you might be asking yourself, Gary, why do you have a picture on your screen? Well, that is an excellent question. Nah, to be completely transparent with you guys, it's because of yesterday. Now, you see, I did a video reacting to episode 1 of Ranking of Kings, as you can see, and I loved it. I loved it. I put a lot of effort into that video, a lot of time. And within about 30 seconds of it going up, it got copyrighted. So that was fun. So today, I'm just going to do a little review for you guys. I don't want to put any images, any video, or nothing this time. I'm not risking it. But I did want to talk about the first episode with you. And I really like this show already. But we'll get into that if we start talking. So let's just dive right into it, honestly. Now, our story begins when we meet Bojji. It's Bojji, I'm pretty sure. Is how you pronounce it. And he's just your typical guy. He's just a laid back, nice guy. But he's a prince. Also, he's deaf. Also, he can't talk very well. Maybe not so typical, but yeah, our story begins when we meet him. He's just a really nice guy, but he just gets bullied to put it bluntly, he just gets bullied by everyone in the kingdom. Everyone thinks he's stupid. Everyone thinks he's slow and doesn't understand them because he's deaf. So they all go around treating him like shit. Which is something that probably happens a lot in the real world, unfortunately. But yeah, Bojji's just going about his business, though. Everyone's treating him terrible. And we see that he runs into a character named Kagi. I don't remember how to pronounce it. I did watch this episode yesterday, guys, so bear with me about that. Kagi, who is a shadow. He's a former member of the Shadow Clan. Like I said, guys, I'm looking up my notes I took yesterday. Sorry about that if I'm looking away, but I want to make sure I got all the facts for you. He meets Kaga, who is a former member of the Shadow Clan, who initially tries to rob him. He tries to rob Bojji. And by try, I mean he definitely does. He strips the kid naked, takes his clothes, sends him on his way. But Bojji, just being the nice guy that he is, he's like, all right, here's my clothes. I'll come back tomorrow and give you more. And I'm just watching the same with Kage. And he's just sitting there like, what is wrong with this kid? That's what I was thinking too. But no, he does that. And so he eventually comes back the next day with more clothes. And these two start forming a little bit of a bond. Kage, being a former assassin, we find out, is supposed to be this hardened, grizzled guy from a clan of deadly people. But as they start hanging out together, you can see he's softening up to Bojji a little bit. And it's kind of adorable if you think about it. You really can tell that these two are probably going to have a good friendship going on. But yeah, anyway, he takes his clothes still, though. He still takes his clothes even after all that. And Bojji's just walking through the kingdom. And everyone starts making fun of him again. All the kids are laughing at him. All the adults are looking down on him. And he gets approached by some of these kids. And they're just like, hey, dude, why don't you have clothes on? Which, perfectly valid question, to be blunt. But yeah, and then they start making fun of him. And Bojji just takes it in stride, man. He just doesn't say nothing and just keeps on his way, showing how tough he is as a character. So he eventually finds his way back to the castle where we get introduced to the queen and her little bodyguards. And I gotta say, guys, the queen is like mean. She's pretty mean to Bojji. It's kind of wild how mean she is. She is apparently the second queen, because we find out later, and she just doesn't want Bojji to be king. Because as you see, in the line of succession for the throne, Bojji is actually who is going to be king next, because he was the firstborn. And his brother, what was his name? Data? Or Dada? Hold on, I got this written down. What is his name? Oh. Prince Dida. And this kid's a total douchebag, super full of himself. At least that's what it looked like to me. Super full of himself, kind of like a douchebaggy character. And she just flat out says to his face, "Oh, I wish he was going to be next in line and not you." Not knowing that our boy Bojji is not as dumb as we think he is. He can read lips. So he completely understands everything that people say about him. Everything. But he just takes it with a smile on his face, keeps his head held high, and keeps moving forward, man. I really like Bojji already as a character. I think he's a very good character. You know, I think the attitude that he shows is very commendable. Especially in a situation like this where no one believes in him. No one sees him as important. Everyone looks down on him. They have no faith in him. He just takes it in stride with his head held high. And it's very commendable. So he actually goes and meets the king now, his father. And he's apparently sick and dying, which is sad, you know? Because he was a big war hero back in the day. That's how he got the kingdom. He saved the townsfolk from this gigantic horde of monsters, and they eventually gravitated towards him. And they built a kingdom around him, basically. And the king who's dying, we even see him cough up blood in his hand, which you never want to see. we see that he's dying. We see that he loves Bojji very much, but you can tell he's kind of disappointed, though, in him, in a way. Like, he doesn't have faith in him. He even flat out says it himself, like, "I love you more than I can even put into words, but I fear for the kingdom when I'm gone." Basically saying, I fear you as king, and I fear how the kingdom will be because of it. Which you can tell kind of just really hits home to Bojji. So the king, wanting him to become stronger and tougher, assigns the head sword guy, the head swordsman of the kingdom, the strongest swordsman, Domas, who starts to train Bojji. And he just doesn't see the potential, you know? I don't know, I think he's comparing him too much to himself and all that. And we kind of even see that later on when Prince Dida, or Dede, Prince Dida comes and checks in on them, and he wants to spar with Domas Pantalones. He wants to spar with Domas, but he's putting up a good fight, and Domas is excited to fight him. He wants to train this kid. To him, the prince is who should be the king. He has the fighting prowess to be king. And in that moment, you can tell he just doesn't believe in Bojji anymore. He wants to stop teaching him to teach Prince Data. And Bojji doesn't like that, because who would, man? You got to give him a chance. That's been my complaint with the show so far, is that everyone looks down on this kid because he's deaf and all that. And Bojji doesn't like that. He takes that in stride, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to fight my brother right now. I'm going to fight Prince Dida right now and show everyone up. So, of course, he accepts, being a cocky little shit that he is. After, of course, he lost to Domas in the duel that they had. Of course he lost. If he would have won, that would have been sad. That guy should just retire like the other guy did that Dida beat. But yeah, so Bojji challenges him to a duel, and literally before it even starts, everyone thinks to themselves, like, oh, we know how this is going to go. Like, oh, this is going to be an easy win for the prince. But to our surprise, Bojji is actually very competent in fighting. And I don't know if that counts as the end, but in my opinion, he won. He not only was dodging his attacks, but he was able to dodge them and land a blow. Which, in a real fight, like, that's it. That's over. You're done. You only need one good blow. So, in my opinion, Bojji won. Which I think is awesome, man. It just goes to show you that no matter what people think of you, you have to believe in yourself. because that's how you'll really accomplish things in life. You know, and I thought that was a great way to end the episode, too. Everyone is just taken aback, like, holy crap, this kid's actually really good. And it's just a really good way to end the episode, guys. Like I said, it was a great episode, a great start to a series, man. We got to introduce our characters. We got a little bit of our world, and we already had a hurdle for our main character to overcome. And that's just episode 1. Like, I'm really excited to see the next one with you guys. Like, I want to react to it, but I got copyright striked yesterday doing that shit. So that's why today I only got a picture for you guys. I didn't want you just to look at my beautiful mug the whole time, even though, of course, you could if you want. But no, I wanted to have something in the background for you guys at least, because this series is good, man. I really like this. You guys got to let me know in the comments how you felt about this series, because I know it's been out for a bit now. It's been out for a bit of time. I think a couple months, actually, it's been out. Because this is the second half of it. It's only got a couple episodes left, too. Funny enough, so I got to get on it before that ends, guys. We'll definitely catch up before the final episode, but yeah, let me know how you feel about this episode and the show, honestly. Don't put any spoilers in the comments, but just let me know how you feel about it. Because I'd love to hear it, because so far, I love it. I love Bojji. He's a great character already. So I love characters like that just get pushed down, but then just stand up to people and prove that they belong where they are. You know, those are the characters I like. I think that's why shows like Naruto and all that do so well, because the main character is relatable. Now, we all don't have like a demon fox in us, but you know what I mean. Like, I kind of had some similarities to Naruto in a way. You know, Bojji wants to be king. Naruto wants to be Hokage. He lives in a village and or kingdom that ostracizes him and looks down on him. Honestly, it's kind of like some Black Clover, too. It's really like Black Clover. And then Bojji's this kid that apparently has no talents or anything like that, kind of like Asta. And just no one expects anything from him. But right away, he's already showing people up, and I love that. I can't wait to watch the next episode, guys. So yeah, let me know how you feel about the show, this episode. If you like these kind of videos, like I know this one was kind of like spur of the moment. This was a spur of the moment kind of video, you know? Like, I wanted to do something else, but because my video got fucking taken down yesterday, I was like, oh, I have to bring them this episode. So I'll be honest, I want to do episode 2. I think I might review episode 2 today and then upload that video as well for you guys. But I wanted to do this for you guys, but episode 1, just to tell you how much I'm enjoying the show so far. I hope you guys are as well. But yeah, I think that'll be it for this video right now. You know, I talked about the key important parts of the first episode. I didn't really miss too much, I don't believe. If anything, honestly, I feel like I got the important gists of it all. So yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully today, too. I'll be working on it right when I'm done with this one. But yeah, guys, I hope you have a good and or great day, week, month, and year. And until next time, deuces, and have a blessed day.